With only 1 day left before the full resumption of school, the Ministry of Education is leaving nothing to chance as students prepare to head back to class. Led by its Cabinet Secretary, Professor George Magoha, the Ministry of Education officials have been touring different schools across the country to ascertain the institution's preparedness. While touring Kibera Secondary School in Nairobi, CS George Magoha read the Riot Act to teachers ordering learners to report back to school with sanitizers. He reassured parents that soap and water was sufficient in maintaining hygiene.
If there is a sanitizer, well and good. If there is none, that is good enough for us to say the child will be safe as long as the child washes the hands for 20 seconds and after visiting the toilet.
Magoha asked teachers to be considerate of parents whose livelihoods had been adversely affected by the COVID-19 pandemic.
If you're able to identify and even go to the houses of the children and confirm to us, then we shall ensure that we get support for those children.
However, he urged parents who are able to pay fees for their children.
Kenyans are going to refuse to pay fees because we have said children should not be sent back home. Those Kenyans who do that, we shall identify them and we shall deal with them, I think, circumferentially and perpendicularly because you don't take advantage of the suffering of the other children.
According to the Ministry of Education, the government has identified nearly 3 million children who cannot afford to buy masks.
We have been talking about the type of mask for the last 4 months, actually for the last 6 months, including the Parents Association chairman called Mayo. So nobody, including Mayo himself, can say that they don't know what type of mask to buy. Our parents should buy masks and it should form part of the uniform.
The CS also affirmed that students whose schools were submerged during the rainy season had been resettled and some relocated.
We have shifted the children to other schools, and the government of the Republic of Kenya has provided sufficient funds to ensure that those children are settled in other schools.
Learners from pre-primary 1 and 2, grade 1 to grade 3, classes 5, 6 and 7 and Form 1, 2 and 3 will start their second term on January 4th, 2021 and end on March 19th, together with students in grade 4, class 8 and Form 4.
No, it's towards reopening.
GEORGINA Magundu, K24 Weekend Edition.
Association raised a concern that the government